Hey guys, and welcome to my new Dragon Link combo deck. And new Rose Dragon support just came out, and this is the new Rose Dragon card, and it's amazing. So, basically before doing the combos, I just wanted to let you guys know what these cards are. So it'll just be like a quick 1 or 2 minutes. And here's a sneak peek of the combo. It's really crazy, and these cards are amazing. So this is Rox Rose Dragon, and this is the new level 3 Dark Tuner monster for dragons. And it's also Rose Dragon, so it can be summoned off of Red Rose. And when it's summoned, you search one card that lists Black Rose Dragon in its card text. So that's basically the only good effect in this card that you're actually going to use. And this card is also a tuner. And you might be thinking, well, why is this card even good? Well, here's the reason it's good. Because there's another new card that came out, and it's called Petal Rose Shoot, which has Black Rose Dragon in its card text, so you can search it when it's summoned. And this is like a monster reborn. So this new card is like a starter for Dragon Link, which is amazing, and it's also a tuner, so you can use it to combo. And it's just an amazing card in general, and it makes the combo like much better. So it's not just Appaloosa and WFD. You can actually end on an extra Savage, which is an OMNI Negate. And if you have an additional extender, you can also make an extra Dragoon, which is amazing. So there's a lot of other support here as well, but I'm not really going to go into those because this is a Dragon Link deck. So without further ado, let's get into the combos. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So for the combos, you need any starter and an extender except Rock Rose, because for Rock Rose it's going to be different, and I'll show you that after this combo. So any starter except Rock Rose, it can be Black Metal, Chaos Space, or Seyfert. In my case it's Seyfert. So you just get into Romulus with the starter. So it doesn't matter how you do it, and you also need an extender and a discard. And so Striker Dragon will search Boot Sector, and in my case, I'm just gonna search Wyvern Buster because I'm using Seyfert. It can be any starter, or you can just use 2 extenders and get 2 dragons on the field. So when you get into Romulus, you can search your Dragon Ravine. And now you can go ahead and activate Ravine and mill Apsarautor Dragon. So you have to discard. So in my case, it's a driver, it can be any card. Discard your Apsarautor Dragon and use its effect to search Rocket Tracer. So if you already have Tracer, you can search a different rocket, or you can just mill Tempest instead. So now you can use Boot Sector and summon Tracer. And in my case, I'm going to use Noctivision because I want to chain block for Hulk, and which is fairly important. So you summon Hulk. Now Hulk would be Chainlink 1, and I would use Noctivision effect, but I didn't use it because I said it would be any extender. So it's going to take an extra discard because you can't always have Noctivision as your extender, but yeah. So now you make Appaloosa using your Hulk and your Romulus, and you link off your Red Rose into LP. Red Rose will have its uses later. So now you use LP and summon Brotar, and if I drew a card off of Noctivision, I could discard it now, but I didn't, so you can just discard a card now and search your Chaos Dragon Lavinier. Now you can link the Brotar first into Pisty and then summon it, and you hand rip 1. If you want, you can link off into Brotar first and then summon it, and you also banish Red Rose because you're gonna get it back with Pisty anyway. So you could have done it with Brotar if you want the extra banish and you don't have Noctivision in the grave. So now Pisty summons back the Red Rose, and you can banish your Guard Dragons and Lavinier to summon your Trish. So now Trish can banish 1 card from the top of your opponent's deck, 1 card from their extra deck, and 1 card from your deck. So after you do all of that, you can banish Dragon Roar from your deck. So Dragon Roar is going to trigger and summon Dragon Dark. So now you can go ahead and, so Red Rose finally gets its use now. So you can synchro Red Rose and Dragon Dark into Borreload Savage. Savage always goes in defense mode, since if he Lightning Storms, you won't have to use the Negate. And you have Red Rose effect and Dragon Dark effect. So Dragon Dark searches Dragon Roar. Red Rose special summons Rock Rose. And now you can use Rock Rose effect. So Savage gets the 2 counters as well. And now you can use its effect and search the Petal Rose Shoot. So now, at this point, you can use your Dragon Roar's effect and bring back Dragon Hawk's effect to bring back Dragon Roar from the banished zone. and you can synchro into Crocodragon. And now Crocodragon will get you the draw. I'm not drawing a card. You're supposed to draw a card. And then if you have an additional extender after overlaying into VFD, if you have an additional extender, you can make an extra Dragoon. So you can, I'm just going to use Quick Launch. Again, I'm not going to use Tracer's effect because I said any extender. So just get the 2 monsters. If you have one extender, you can make an extra Verte and then you just go into Dragoon. So that Rock Rose Dragon can make 2 extra Omni Negates potentially. And it gets a guaranteed extra Savage on the field, and it's amazing. So this is the end board, and at the end phase you get back Dragon Dark to your hand because of Dragon Roar's effect. So the end board is Appaloosa, which is 2 monster negates, 2 Omni Negates in form of Dragoon and Savage, and you have a VFD. That's basically a free win. So this is how you would combo if you have Rock's Rose Dragon as your starter, like if you draw it. So if you draw it, then you can just normal summon it and search your Petal Rose Shoot, and then you can link into Striker Dragon, and you can just use Striker Dragon's effect just like usual, and you can search the boot sector, and then you can use your Petal Rose Shoot to bring back Rock's Rose, and then you can go into Romulus and continue the combo like usual. The only thing that's different is that you won't get that extra Petal Rose Shoot at the end. So in this combo, I'm going to prove to you that Red Rose is not a brick if you draw it, and you're not going to summon it using Halqifibrax's effect. So I'm just going to use Black Metal as my starter, and you want to use whatever extender you have beforehand, not during Halqifibrax. You'll see why in a second. So I'm going to get the Darkness Metal, and it's just any starter, but use your extender before Halqifibrax. And now I'm going to link my Noctavision and Darkness Metal off because you want to keep Black Metal Dragon on the field, and you can also draw one with Noctavision if that was your extender. You need to keep Black Metal on the field. That's important. You need to have the level 4 or lower dragon on your field. Just keep that in mind when you're doing the combo. You'll see why in a second. So you mill Absrouter with Ravine, and then you can search Tracer. And now you can activate Boot and summon Tracer. And this is why you want the Black Metal on the field. You're going to link it off for Striker Dragon to a zone that Romulus points to. And now you can use Romulus's effect. So basically what Romulus says is that if a dragon monster is special summoned from the extra deck to a zone this card points to, you can summon 1 dragon or winged beast monster from your hand in defense. But for the rest of its turn, its effects are negated and it can't be used as link material. So you can just summon the Red Rose from your hand, but it can't be linked, but that's perfectly fine. So now that you already have Red Rose with Halqifibrax, you can summon your Rock's Rose, and now you can search your Petal Rose Shoot, and now you can go ahead and do Appaloosa and do the same thing, but the combo will be a little different. The difference if you draw Red Rose is that you don't need that extra extender to make Dragoon, because Red Rose serves as that extender. So you can just get Brotar, and you can discard the card you drew with Noctavision here. So now you're going to banish the Red Rose, Rock's Rose, because you're going to get it back with Pisty anyway, so it's fine if it's banished. So now you hand rip, and now Pisty can bring back Rock's Rose, so it's basically like you banished it for free. Now you can banish your Guard Dragons and Lavineer for Trish. Trish can summon, banish Dragon Roar, and Dragon Roar can summon Dragon Dark. And now you can synchro Red Rose and Dragon Dark into Savage, just like the normal combo. And you have Red Rose and Dragon Dark effect. So now that you already have Rock's Rose on your field, which is what you would be summoning with Red Rose, you can actually summon White Rose Dragon instead. So the White Rose Dragon is now your extender. You already have it. You don't need that extra extender to make the Dragoon. So now you can use Rock's Rose and Dragon Roar to make Crocodragon, and then you can draw one, and then you can overlay into True King of All Calamities, and now you already have the White Rose, so you can activate Petal Rose Shoot, bring back Rock's Rose, and then you can go into Verte. And now you don't need the extender, you can just make Dragoon. So if you want, you can even experiment with like 2 or even 3 Red Rose Dragons. It's your wish, but I just wanted to show that Red Rose isn't a brick. So that's the combo. It ends on the same number of negates, except in the normal combo you need an extra extender. So welcome to the deck profile. I'm not going to go too in-depth in this because you guys are already familiar with the deck. And the Rose Dragon and the new spell card appear as custom because it's not out in Dueling Book yet, so I had to use it as a custom card, and I made it as a custom card. So for the deck, we're playing 3 Seyfert. It's a starter, so you don't need any explanation for the starters. And Black Metal is also a starter, and it can also chain block because you can search the additional Red Eyes Black Dragon. Tracer is an amazing draw. If you draw it, then you can mill Apps Router and search a different rocket like Recharger or Silver, and you can special summon Tracer and the rocket, and you don't need an extender for the combo. And we're playing Silver and Recharger because just in case you draw one, you can go and pop something and summon it for the Savage. So 1 Call Serpent and Wyvern Burster for the Seyfert and for Chaos Space. The Darkness Metal is for Black Metal Dragon. We're playing the 1 Tempest and the 1 Crusadia Draco. So if you draw Tracer, you can also mill this Tempest and summon it. And if you draw Dragon Roar, or if your combo doesn't go like you predicted it would go, you can banish Tempest with Trish and add Draco, and Draco can special summon itself from the hand. And both of these cards are not bricks. And then 1 Apps Router, you mill from Dragon Ravine so you can search your Tracer. 3 Noctivision, it's a great extender and it can chain block and give you card advantage, so 3 of it. 1 Brotar and 1 Lavinier. So Brotar you summon off of LP and you can search Lavinier, and Lavinier can hand rip, which is amazing. 3 of the new Rocks Rose Dragon. This is a tuner, and it's a tuner combo piece, and it's just a great card in general. So you want to play 3 of it and maximize. The 1 Red Rose, you don't want to draw this card, it's a brick. And the 1 White Rose Dragon. So White Rose is an extender, and just in case, like if you already have Rocks Rose on the field, then you can use Red Rose and summon White Rose. Dragon Dark is a brick. You don't ever want to see this card in your hand because if you do, you can do the VFD combo. Dragon Roar is not a brick in some cases, but you don't usually want to see this in your hand. Dragon Hawk, if you draw it, it's just like a -1. It's not anything bad, but you don't want to see these 3 in your hand. Dragon Roar, there are exceptions because if you draw Seyfert or one of the Chaos Dragons or Chaos Space, it's not a brick. Now for hand traps, we're playing the 3 Ash. It can counter any meta deck. Bell is really good against Eldritch, and it's also great against Drytons, so we're playing 3 of that as well. 3 Nibiru, it can counter any deck that special summons more than 5 times, which is like every deck right now. 3 Gamma, because it can counter VFD and basically a lot of those high impact threats in the current metagame. And the driver for Gamma. We're playing the Red Eyes package for Dragoon, and it's a 60 card deck, so you can afford to play these. And 2 of the Petal Rose Shoot, because this is also a starter and a combo piece, so I don't like to take the risk of playing 1, so I'm playing 2. The 1 Boot Sector Launch and the 1 Dragon Ravine, these are the field spells. You can search with Striker Dragon and Romulus respectively. 3 Chaos Space, which is also a starter, and probably the best starter because it gets you a lot of card advantage, so you don't need those extra discards. 3 World Legacy Guard Dragon, so this card is like a free Savage, and it's also an extender because it can special summon your Tracer back from the grave, and it acts as a free pop. You can literally pop it and summon a rocket with Tracer's effect. 1 Monster Reborn, it has the same purpose as World Legacy Guard Dragon, and the 3 Quick Launch is also an extender. So for extra deck, we're playing 2 Striker Dragon. It's a link 1 and gets the combo going, and lets your Rocks Rose and like a bunch of other stuff actually be starters. The 1 LP and 1 Pisty, this is like the definition of Dragon Link. You need to play these. Romulus is for the combo. Seal is, if you get hit by Nibiru or something, at least you can end on is Seal and Savage, which isn't even that bad. And if you get hit by Joel and Lockbird also, you can end on a Seal and Savage at the very least. The 1 Verte to summon Dragoon. The 1 Halqifibrax for the combo. And then Appaloosa is really good to keep in the extra monster zone since it has the bottom 3 arrows. And it can also negate any number of times. And if you can make this earlier, it's better because it can also negate Nibiru. The 1 Draco Berserker of the 10E, you can summon this with Tracer and a rocket. It's just synchro. The 1 Borload Savage, this is an Omni negate and this card is amazing. The 1 Crocodragon, so you can summon this with the combo as you've already seen. And Crocodragon also gets you card advantage. This can also be Shen Shen if you want. And then the one Trish is really good and can also banish from the opponent's extra deck, which is great, and one from your deck, so you can get the combo going, and you can overlay these into VFD. Dragoon is an amazing card, it can just end duels, and you also have this in your end board as a negate. And the True King of all calamities is the win condition. Side deck, we're playing the 1 Pankratops and the 2 Kaiju, so this is for countering Zeus basically. Lancia counters most meta decks, and dinosaurs are still in the meta, so you want to use 3 of this. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster and the Twin Twisters, so this is to counter any back row decks. Eldritch is still everywhere, so you're going to have to play back row as well. 3 Forbidden Droplet, you can also play Dark Ruler, this is just to counter any deck that sets up negates. But I felt like Droplet is better because it's quick play and can counter VFD. And then the 3 Ice Dragons Prison counters like Virtual World and a lot of other stuff as well. So that's the deck. Thanks for watching the video and I'll see you next time. As you already know guys, these combos don't come out of nowhere. So if you subscribe to the channel, it'll be a great way to support me and I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.